What's classy when you're rich, but trashy when you're poor? Police escorts. Everybody passports. I read escargots. Living at a hotel. I've heard there's a very nice place in Schitt's Creek. Chuck bass. Being on a first name basis with a judge. Does Judge Judy count? Not rich nor poor, just went to high school with the judge's son. You know you're from a small town when you go to court. I was a witness in a bad accident, and the judge is your friend's dad, the court reporter is your friend's dad, and the bailiff is a deputy that you've known all your life because you've been in school with his son. The only people in the courtroom I didn't personally know were the lawyers. Having dozens of cars on your property. If you mow your lawn, and find a car, you might be a redneck. This is an oddly common occurrence in my tiny southern town. I honestly had never put together that these people probably aren't car fanatics, but they just can't afford to fix them or have them moved, and it probably seems cheaper to them in the moment to purchase another beater, and the cycle continues. Not cleaning your own house. This one is underappreciated. Your place is either dirty, or you're paying someone. People don't realize how cheap maid services are. They hear maid and think of the rich people with full-time maid staff. For $50 you can hire a professional to come clean your place for a couple hours. Doesn't sound like a long time, but 2 hours of continuous deep cleaning gets a shit ton done. Could easily make a 1,200 square feet apartment absolutely spotless. Hire once a month and your place will shine. Being named Duke or Earl. But nothing can stop the Duke of Earl. This is a really good one. Drinking at work. Sure, it's fine for a corporate exec to down a few highball glasses of scotch at a business meeting, but when my dad conceals his gin in an Aquafina bottle while sorting conveyor belt parts at a factory all day, he's trashy. Business drunk is just like rich drunk, either way it's legal to drive. I'll add buying alcohol with the company's money. Our outside sales team can purchase drinks for their clients using their company credit card. However, when I buy drinks, it's embezzlement, and improper use of petty cash. Florida. This might actually be the best answer. Can anyone explain this one? Not having a job. Living off welfare versus living off passive income. And no, social influencer is not a job. Being really into wine. Trashy if the bottle has a handle. There exist poor people who can understand and appreciate good wine though and aren't alcoholics. Living on an estate. The area my parents live in is actually referred to as an estate by the town's residents. It's one of the most expensive streets to buy a house on in the UK too. Yet 5 minutes drive away is one of the rougher parts of the town, which is a council estate. There are worse places in the country to live, as my hometown's crime rate is one of the lowest, but even so, it's a huge change from one part to another in just a few minutes. You couldn't get two more polar opposites. I believe it depends on which estate. Being a senior citizen and living in one of the well-maintained, low-crime apartment towers in my city isn't looked down upon as much as the public housing neighborhood where the employment rate is in the high teens and there are frequent gun battles and drug deals in the cul-de-sacs and on the playgrounds. Eating snails. And just kinda weird when you're middle class. We eat snails all the time in Spain. We are not rich folk. Apparently being drunk before 5 p.m. If you're not worth multi-millions, my firm will make you leave and come back another day. If you are, we bring out champagne. We told a couple of potential investors to come back when sober, but two billionaires formerly from Microsoft that showed up to our office so drunk that they couldn't even speak straight were treated like gods. Dressing badly. Selling feet pics on the internet. I don't get how dressing badly is classy. Designer handbags. One of my ex-friends was like that. Always lived beyond her means kinda person. New car, Michael Kors and Gucci handbags. Made just above minimum wage. Always bitched about not having money for essentials. It was so hard to hold my tongue during those conversations. I'm intoxicated and as a result scanned that as designer hot dogs. Debt. You owe the bank 10 grand, that's your problem. You owe the bank 10 million, that's the bank's problem. 2008 was a very classy time for Wall Street. Eating weird meat paste on crackers. Weird. Fancy Feast is a respectable brand. That's fine at any income level. I guess it depends on the meat paste, but Braunschweiger or liverwurst can be pretty cheap. Spending exorbitant sums of money on alcohol. Drugs too. Getting money from the government. When rich people take money from the government, it's being a savvy business person by taking advantage of all applicable state and federal subsidies. When poor people take money from the government, it's a moral failing, and they should be ashamed that they're such a horrible person as to live off of handouts. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.